What up? How's it going?
Good. Yo, what up, y'all? Christopher Davis. This is the first episode of Mississippi Boy in LA. I'm with my boy Jay Rojas, an amazing luxury barber here in LA. Let them know something.
You already know, this is Jay Rojas here in the house, and you guys get ready. We're gonna be just, talking about where we at, where we're going, and stay tuned.
Yeah, just I wanted to share a little bit about cause when I meet with him, all the similarities and differences that kind of connect in both of our journeys. Like me not being from here and him being from here, we kind of been through like similar stuff as far as where we are right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's so different.
One thing where we connected really good though is fashion. That's what when I first come to him for a chop. I don't know what I had on, but he was like, "Oh, those some cool shoes," and I was like, "Damn, your shoes are cool."
Well, shoes I think is very, very important in the guy. Yeah. If it's not shoes, watch or a jacket, everybody is so different, but I think shoes, it's like it stands out. And I love me a pair of nice shoes. I see you always rocking some nice shoes and stuff like that, so it's cool. Fashion is very important in this industry, same like your industry, my industry.
When I come get chopped up by this man, I'm like, dude ain't no barber. He a damn like stylist or some shit. He ain't finna. I'm like, but like when I first came got chopped up by you, how you were dressed, I already knew my shit was gonna be fire. For real. Before he cut the clippers on, cause look, check this out, y'all. I have never gotten my hair cut by anyone but like black people, and like he was the first outside like racist ever cut in my whole life ever.
Thank you.
Yeah, so at first I was like a little nervous because I was like, when we talked on the phone, I'm like, man, I don't know if he black or
and I could see that a lot, because a lot of guys get nervous when it's a haircut. I mean, a haircut is very important. Haircut makes you feel good. So you obviously you're gonna be aware like where you're gonna go and get yourself chopped. Who's gonna be cutting you up, or where's this shop at? Do they know how to do a fade or a low fade or a taper? Do they know how to do coarse hair and go straight hair?
It scared me because when I got here, my cousin, he's in the industry. He linked me up with his barber, which was black. And he been taking care of me since I got here. The one particular time where like he was busy. He always would go out his way to help me when I need. It was like for a photo shoot or something like that. And he would like, even if he didn't have the time, he'll like make the time like to help me out for the situation, because I don't know many people like back home that I could just call for backups. Mm-hmm. So I hit up like everybody, and I hit up Alan.
He texting everybody.
Yeah, Alan let me know. He was like, man, I go to this guy. He right up the street. And I'm like, is he good? He was like, bro,
everybody, the first thing will be like, is he good?
Yeah, he said, well, he cut this person, that person. And then so when he started naming a couple people that he chopped, I'm like, okay, they wouldn't go to him if he was fucking them up. So I was like, okay, let me hit him up and see what's up. So I gave you a text. Then after that, I went to the shop because I was like, I was going back and forward, and I started feeling the text. You like, damn, you gonna book or you not? So I said, I ain't got no other choice. I said, if it's messed up, at least I won't look like a werewolf going into the photo shoot. So
no, and it's understanding, because me as a barber, obviously before I was a client, and it's just you start thinking like, is this gonna blend it good? Is this gonna leave me in line? And no, I mean, you were going somewhere. You know, you're going for a photo shoot, so obviously you want to look good. You know, so it is a little nervous in the beginning, but I'll tell you something. Sometimes you do have to, you know, give it a try. You know, and explore. There's so many amazing barbers out there, but there's so many amazing, bad barbers out there as well. But you know, you got to explore. And one thing I always tell a lot of guys, you know, in my field is like, you know, it doesn't matter where you at. Like, you might be in the East, in the South, whatever. Always try to find someone, you know, because there's always that one good barber that, you know, that's gonna take care of you. And don't think about it. Just go for it. If I don't know where you get a F haircut, you know, my bad, but it's okay, you know. But just.
And I'm talking about when I had came in, I walked in the door and I met you. I'm like, all right, this dude right here, he finna have my shit on point, because it's like how he was dressed. He was
you saw the fashion. You're like, damn.
Yeah, before he even cut the clippers on,
I probably was rocking some Saint Laurent boots.
Whatever, man. I don't remember what bro had on, but I'm like, John, he ain't finna mess up how he carried, what he had on, and that, you know, like, it's self-image. So he sold me before he even cut the clippers on, just because of how he was dressed. And, you know,
I mean, it's pretty important. A lot of barbers, I think fashion has just evolved, and it's just got better through the years. I mean, you have all this platform with social media, so I think that helps a lot, and it just helps you know, guys how to dress, you know, in some different locations. But fashion it's very important. It gives you a little bit of their personality.
Yeah.
You know, it's not simple, it's not plain, and there's nothing wrong with just dressing plain. But you know, you want to spice it up. Yo,
when I started my fitness journey, I ain't took a week off in 10 years of lifting weights and working out and doing that. I haven't been in the shape that I'm in now since I started. No, because it was like trial and error all the way till like I got to this point. But right. I've been you can ask anybody that's known me since day one. I have always, it's never been like, oh, nobody ever asked me, oh, you still work out? They ain't never had that. They see it.
Now mention bringing the whole working out part of it. I mean, what has you coming from Mississippi, like, what was the change on that? Like, because I'm pretty sure it was pretty dramatic, because it's like, it's a completely different world. I mean, you come into LA, how was that whole change of that?
I mean, like far as like fitness stuff.
Fitness, because I know you started your brand.
Yeah.
But like, what was the whole process and changing, moving, coming to LA, to a big city, and starting from zero, pretty much.
When as far as like gyms and stuff like that, me working out at like gyms back home,
yeah,
and then coming out here and going to like Gold's Gym, Venice, it's like. Back home, you'll be in the gym, and it's always the 5 or 7 people. This amount of dudes, this amount of women. They look great. They like the gym heroes. When I came to LA and went to Gold's Venice, the whole gym was a hero. So it's like, I'm like, how it like. I'm used to being like the best looking like kind of person in the gym.
You're coming from a place that it's
like Mississippi. It was at that period of time. I don't know what it is right now, but at that period of time, it was like it's in the top, I guess, 10 unhealthiest states in the United States, in the world.
Wow.
It's in
that bracket.
Yeah, it's in that bracket.
Okay.
And I was like,
you feel that the whole working out industry has improved, or it has? I mean, because it's always there. Yeah, it's always there. But
back home, the people that are representing like fitness now, they are taking it to a whole nother level. It won't be. I would even say now. The people that are on the front line now, they're putting in a massive amount of work, and they look good, and they're doing it. I can't speak about the people that came before us, because what they were doing, it matched the era they were in.
Right.
So in the times and all this stuff like that. Now we have social media and Instagram.
I mean, well, I think, like I said, I think social media has changed a lot, and then it has opened doors to a lot of things. Things that people never had an idea, and be like, wait, do I really want to do that? But since we have social media, YouTube University. I mean, you could literally learn anything. You just have to sit down, watch videos, and you're learning something.
What prompted me to get in it when I started watching YouTube and the early days of Instagram, when I started looking, and I was seeing people that like their physique and how they was working out, how they was dressing and different things like that. And I was looking at, I'm like, man, I like dude's style. Man, I want my back like his, or my legs, or different stuff like that. And so, man,
even getting tatted up, right?
Oh yeah.
That changed as well.
I'm at work. I'm hiding in the bathroom watching YouTube videos of dudes out here.
But that's everybody.
Yeah, they had Muscle Beach or Iron Addicts or something like that, and they going ham.
And you're like, shit, I'm gonna go out there.
I had, back then when I first started out, I would never in a million years thought I would end up living in Los Angeles. I barely knew where it was at.
And it's crazy. Yeah. I grew up, and I'm from LA, and it's just like, so many things that sometimes we don't appreciate, because a lot of people never been to LA, and things like, for me, like, growing up in LA, we have we're so close to every, we want to go to the mountains, to the desert, to the ocean, to every theme park, to the snow. I mean, we have everything so close, and sometimes we don't take that.
Man, it's so crazy.
For someone like you,
look, it's so crazy, because like, man, when I come here, I would like I ask people that was like living, because when I arrived here, I landed in the valley. This is where like I was staying for the longest until I started branching out.
And he's talking about San Fernando Valley. If you guys don't know, there's different type of valleys in LA, but San Fernando Valley is the original one. I mean,
it's like when I come here and I'm asking people like, hey, where the beach at? And they was like, oh, it's that way or whatever. I'm like, oh, can I go? Can you take me? Can you show me or whatever? Man, it's like it was a what they call it, a place where you just can't go. It's foreign or something like. It's like you can't, like, no. They came up with like every excuse why, like, I can't go that way. I'm like, but I want to go. It's the, like, you don't go to the beach, and like they were like, they hadn't been in like a year or something.
And that's what I'm telling you.
I'm like, it's just 30 minutes up the road.
It's literally 30 minutes. Obviously, it's 30 minutes, right? But I mean, LA is known for traffic, and that's the thing. Is like, we don't appreciate the little small things like that, because why we get so used to the same thing, But you got to appreciate. You got to go and explore and tell yourself, you know what. Next week I'm gonna go for a run. I'm gonna go for a run on the beach, stuff like that.
Yeah. When I came and I started to explore and all these different, like, I found out where the beach was at. I found out where Gold's Gym was at. I found out where all these different places that I knew that for whatever reason I had to dwell in those places. I didn't stop. Like I told you, I used like all of my saved up money that I had in the beginning days to Uber back and forward to go to Gold's Venice. I made sure I was there every day. Some days I would eat one time, but I made sure I worked out at Gold's Venice so I could get around those people and talk to them and learn from them and watch them and network and do all of that. And
it's good.
I was committed. That's commitment. When you the bridge, you walk across the bridge and you just cut it, you burn it. You burn the red, you can't go back. You just cut it off. That's commitment.
So that's what you told yourself.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I gotta go. It would be some days I'll hit up mom or something like that for back home, and she'll ask me like, what you doing with your money? I'm like, I would make up stuff so she would fund me again, but some, I had to go. It was mandatory. I had to go. And again, like any of the success stuff that we pursue, just like you going and being at the level you're at with being a barber. Well, being committed and going to the classes you had to go to, the schooling, the teaching, the practice, the hours you had to put in to be so good at what you do. It's the same thing.
Putting hours, working out, and all that kind of stuff like that.
The working out stuff that you guys may see me do, the pictures you see me take, it took a very long time.
Nothing's easy in the world. I mean, everything takes time. It's money as well, and you have to save up. And sometimes people don't even save up and they just go with the flow, and it's not easy. But I mean, if you don't do it, you're never gonna find out.
It was you gotta set some whether you know it or not. You gotta set some type of mental fixation, like. That's hard. Yeah, when I first started working out, I was skinny. I was a skinny dude.
What got you into the whole working out? Did you saw something, or it was just randomly? I wanna be fit. I want to get big. Or what was your main concept on that in that moment?
I wanted to change my frame, and also this is another thing that I didn't. I don't think I ever shared nobody this right here.
Ooh, this is exclusive right here.
Exclusive. I saw how the type of people that I was around. I was like in a car club and different things like that. And we had there was a guy that was in the car club with me. He was a bodybuilder. He was a fitness guy. I saw how the people treated him because he was jacked. Fit. And he had a cool car like we had. But he was jacked. I was skinny with the car. He was jacked with the car. They treated him like a celebrity.
Just the way
he was like
his appearance.
Yeah, because he and I just liked how his style, how he carried himself.
But see what happened right there. Fashion. Fashion. The way you look, where you rocking. See, go back to that. Yeah. It goes back to that.
And so when I saw how bro was carrying himself, I would ask him like certain questions. Certain questions led to me ending up getting a gym membership. Then I end up getting a gym. We didn't work out that much, but we worked out a couple times together, me and him. But he would always share tips with me and stuff. And
that's good. I think that's amazing because I know there's a lot of people out there that they're very into themselves and they don't share. And I think you have to.
The not sharing thing. I just shared that the other day in my Instagram story. When people feel like they can't share with you for whatever reason, it's a what do they call it? Inferiority type thing. They feel like if they share the whatever it is with you, you're gonna surpass them, and it's gonna take the attention away from them. So they're not gonna, even if they could to help you out, just to share with you the tip or to give you the free sauce, they feel like it's gonna take away from something that they're doing, and that's not even it. It don't even go like that.
It's not having confidence.
Yeah, it's the
it's not having confidence.
Thing. Anybody at any time like me. Linking with you and telling you what I do, as far as the influencer stuff. How many times have I sat in the chair and showed you the exact methods that I use to book gigs? Yeah, it ain't gonna hurt me.
It's not. No. It's just gonna elevate you to another.
It makes me more valuable.
It does.
Yeah. So
anybody, you're sharing you're sharing things. And it doesn't hurt, because we all learn from someone. And again, we learn something every day. And I think it's very important for, people in your industry and, people in my industry, to teaching and learning and just spreading, whatever info you have. Because you just have to tell yourself, you were that person when you started, and you had no idea
And the people,
what to do, what not to do. You didn't know do I need to work out on this?
Yeah.
Do I need to lift this?
And the reason, and I guess that would help me a lot. The guy that I spoke about, he did not tell me the things that and he didn't mislead me, or he didn't do any of that. And I guess this, like, I came from that understanding of, like, the guy that brought me all the way into fitness and working out.
Yeah.
He didn't charge me a dime. He basically coached and trained me for almost a year until we ended up getting separate jobs and going different ways.
Mm-hmm.
He told me, Chris, you don't owe. I would always ask him, man, you want some gas? You want some food? Want something to eat? He would tell me, Chris, you don't owe me anything. What I want you to do is one day, when you can, do the same thing I did for you, just give to somebody else. And that's all I remember him to this day. I will never forget, my friend, ever. That's the only thing that he asked me to do, and in honor of him giving me that, because he basically started. Who knows if he hadn't came in and I crossed paths with him and he took me under his wing. Mm-hmm. And showed me the way. I don't know which way I would have went.
You would have gone a different direction.
Yeah, different direction.
You would have gone a different direction.
He would. I wasn't even driving at the time. He would come all the way to my house, pick me up. We would go to the gym, he'd drop me off, all that until like I got my ride. Then I would meet him at the gym. But the job that we both were at, I ended up getting like laid off. It was going through. Like I was working warehouse back home, so it was going through the time when it's like. Seasonal or something. It was going like low. They didn't need that many people to get stuff done.
Just parking.
Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much one of those things. But just the people, you guys that are listening or whatever, just like me and bro just shared. It doesn't hurt to like share certain information with people, or. The more you give, you like get back. Me showing Jay how to like book these gigs or whatever. I remember one time I came into the shop after I showed him like what I use. He told me a watch company hit him up. It wasn't it wasn't a Richard Mille or something like that, but it was a start.
It was a start.
And sometimes some of the people that'll reach out to me like via social media. And they'll try to get some of these like gigs that I do or something like that. And I'll say, hey, go with that one first and work your way up until you like can get to the brands like the stuff that I'm doing now.
The stuff that you want.
A lot of them, they're like, get mad or something like that or whatever, because I don't recommend, because I give them the same contacts. It's nothing but an email and you shoot your shot. That's all I did. But like when I when I tell them like, hey, try this first. And then, you'll grow into the bigger ones. Yeah. And they, when I look at their account for like a long time, they end up not even doing none of the stuff at all. And then they don't follow me. But like this, this was the first one, you guys. For everybody that stayed with us for this long, I hope it was some nuggets in this visual podcast that brought something to your day or something you can take from it to share something with somebody else or something like that. Who knows?
It's just sharing our opinions and I hope you guys
things that we done learned from a lot of messing up life.
Oh, and trust me, talking about that, we're gonna just so you guys know, I did a zero taper. I did a half on the sides and then a half all over the beard, and then we're gonna define the facial part, and then define the mustache, and bring him back to life.
You bring him back to life. Which you guys just go to my Instagram, because the pictures and all that little stuff, it'll be up what the finished product is gonna be like. But this was I was grateful to have my bro on my first podcast episode. Make sure you give him a follow, J Rose. Rojas. I always say it wrong.
Rose.
Yeah, I always call him Jay. I got him saved in my phone. J Rose.
Yeah.
Give him a follow. Look for
follow me. I mean, look, this is my first
spell
one
it
as
out.
well.
Spell it out.
J.ROJSSS. J Rojas.
Yep, and wherever you listening to this at or hearing it at, follow me to at Christopher with the K, KRISTOPHER Davis _ on Instagram, YouTube, it's on Facebook, the same thing, and Apple, Spotify, all of it. It's the same.
Now these days, you literally just drop all the information.
Yeah, everywhere. But until next time, you all, and
more to come. More to come.
From
again,
this
is the first and
one.
We're just, again, we're learning, and we want to teach you. And we, if you guys have any questions, let us know. Let us know what to do, what not to. Just talk to us. And
drop something down there, like what you would want to hear or see more of from him, from me. What you would like for my media guy to create or whatever, something like that. Whatever. Talk. We can't grow without any business. What you see now, we're a business. So when you go to the store or you order something from one of the websites, it asks you to give the feedback. Why does it ask you that?
Yep.
Because they need that so they can improve their product.
Yep.
Talk to me. Tell me, don't do this, bro. When you turn your head that way, you like a chicken. Yeah. Or bro, let me know how you get your legs like that. Say stuff.
One thing.
My page is not private. It's not.
This is not gonna end. This could go for like hours.
Yeah. But check this out. I gotta get chopped up. We got more work to do for the day. We got other stuff to do.
We're busy.
We're blessed. Stay busy. Stay blessed, and we are out.